years, you start doing the math, good time. 50 years, you know what I mean? I'm 18, 50 years, I'll be 68. Good time, I might do, you know what I mean? I might do 40. 58 years old. Shit, then it all hit you. Like, damn, I'm gonna be 58, they gonna be grown, people gonna forget about you. That's yo, what it is and what it ain't, family. As always, appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your boy. So, you know, based off the title, today I'm gonna be talking to y'all about the 5 things I learned from facing 50 years behind bars. Let's get into it. So, long story short, just filling y'all in on a little bit of my life. Everybody ain't saints. Everybody ain't perfect. I for damn sure ain't perfect. Everybody bump their heads in the road a little bit. Me personally, the few bumps that I've had along my journey almost costed me a half a century. But, you know, situations like that you either learn from and get over, or you let keep you down and kill you and just utterly destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Me, I chose the first route, and I learned some lessons from it. The first lesson I learned from facing 50 years in prison is people aren't as hard as they seem to be. And the reason why that's number one is I feel like a lot of boys fall for the same traps I fell for. They see all the guns, all the drugs, all the violence, and these songs and, you know, music and games and movies and TV shows, and they think, oh, that's cool. I thought it was cool at a young age. So I was the young kid ready to rob somebody, ready to pop somebody, ready to do all this stuff because I feel like it was cool, and I feel like, oh, bro doing it, he hard, dude doing it, he tough, you know what I mean? And what you realize when you actually get in there with the people who got caught for doing stuff like that is these are the same people that refuse to fight because they scared of people. These are the same people who cry themselves to sleep at night. These are the same people who get in there begging their girlfriends or boyfriends for money and for attention and all that. And these people are people who you would have never imagined them doing stuff like this on the outside, but they get inside and it's a whole different animal. That's the biggest thing. So the people that you idolize, or that some of these young dudes idolize, people these young dudes want to be like, they aren't that. You know what I mean? Most of them are not that. And hopefully you won't see it, but that's the case. The second thing that I learned from facing 50 years is most people ain't in your corner the way that they say they are. That's just not the case. I feel like for most people, you got your tools and your fuse of the people who really mess with you. More often than not, it's a parent, it's a grandparent or something like that. But all these friends and all the girlfriends and boyfriends and this and that, they just magically disappear. It's magic. They're gone. You hear what I'm saying? I see situations where little dude get knocked. He ain't even getting the squad car yet. They ain't even book him. His girl already, you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff happen. But these be the same people, oh, ride or die this, and they be screaming free this and free that. These people ain't gonna put money on your books. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't gonna take care of your kids while you knock. These people ain't gonna make sure your bills getting paid. These people are not gonna do anything like that. Because at the end of the day, most of this life stuff and like this whole like love stuff and bond stuff, it's all a gimmick, man. It's all temporary. And when you facing half a century, you're gonna realize how much of that is temporary. It's gonna shock you. It shocks some people. Some people get over it faster than other people. But no matter what, there aren't that many people in your corner. It's not that many people in your corner. But that means you should pay attention and appreciate the few people that you do have in your corner, because not everybody has a lot. Most of us do not. And that leads me to the fourth thing I learned from facing half a century in the pen, and that is you have to take advantage of all the time that you give your friends and your family. the people you care about and the people that hopefully care about you. You have to. I remember getting knocked and them telling me, oh yeah, you're gonna face this and you're gonna face that, and all I'm thinking about is, damn, I should just went to the park with my niece more times than I did, or like, man, I should have kicked it with my mom a little bit more. Man, I'm gonna miss my sister. Man, I'm gonna miss bro. Or man, I'm gonna miss dude. Man, I'm gonna miss my girl. You know what I mean? All that. It's all. Everybody got those shoulda, coulda, woulda moments. You get what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have those. But people, these are things that when people aren't in a situation like that, they don't think about because they have no reason to think about it. Like us as humans, we feel like we just have all the time in the world. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was facing all this time at 17, 18. When you 17, 18, you definitely feel like you feel like you're gonna live forever for the most part. You get what I'm saying? But when somebody says, oh yeah, you might have to get knocked for 50 years, then it's like, damn, 50 years, you start doing the math, good time. 50 years, you know what I mean? I'm 18, 50 years, I'll be 68, good time. I might do, you know what I mean? I might do 40. 58 years old, shit, then it all hits you. Like, damn, I'm gonna be 58, they gonna be grown, people gonna forget about you. That's just stuff that happens. You get what I'm saying? That's just stuff that's unavoidable. But once again, these are things that people don't realize until they're in that situation. Then it's, man, I should have did this, and man, I should have did that. But it's too late, because you're gone. You get what I mean? The next thing I learned from facing 50 years is how seriously you should take life. And I don't mean walk around mad and not being able to joke or nothing like that. I mean moving with a purpose, bro. Move with a purpose. Don't move like it's sweet, because it's not. Life will change like this, and you gonna be mad, sad, and blindsided with how fast all of this will turn around. You get what I'm saying? Move with a purpose, man. Figure out, ooh, I want to do this, so I should go about it this way. I want to do this, so I should go about it this way. For example, I was facing 50. I got locked up during COVID, so I got a nice deal. When I was not, and I'm telling you, I got paperwork to prove it. I had no money. I had no properties. Definitely had no business. None of that. I was working at Denny's as a server, making probably $35, $40 a day before I got locked up. You know what I'm saying? I saved everything I had while I was fighting the case. While I was knocking, I was sitting every night. I'm telling you, I got paperwork to prove it. I'm drawing up ideas for real estate. I'm saying, oh, I want to invest in this when I get out. I want to invest in that when I get out. Everything. That teaches you that you have to move with a purpose, because it teaches you how finite your time is. You get what I mean? Excuse me. We aren't here forever. And when somebody can just take your life away with a bang of a gavel like this, you start realizing, ooh, maybe I should move about things more serious. And again, don't move around like a dickhead just mad at the world. Move around like you have something to do, because you do. I can't stress this enough. We ain't here forever, bro. Get it together and move with a purpose. Move with a purpose. The next thing I learned, and honestly, I still have a problem with it. But it's one of the most important things that at least helped me. And that is their strength in being alone. You know what I mean? Their strength in being alone, their strength with figuring out who you are as an individual, their strength in loving yourself. There's just everything related to things that nobody want to think about. You know what I mean? When you're alone, you learn, okay, I like this. Okay, I should do this. Okay, I should do that. And you stop being dependent on other people for your happiness or for your satisfaction. You get what I'm saying? And once that happens, it's a whole mind shift, because instead of having to figure out, oh, I need to do this today with this person, I need to do this today with that person, maybe you might be able to sit back and read a book. You know what I mean? Maybe you might be able to sit back and journal. You know what I mean? More y'all young dudes should journal, figure something out like that. You know what I mean? That will become a huge thing, because when you put in that situation, you forced to be alone. You know what I mean? Because you always feel alone. Don't nobody really know what it feels like to go through it. So you become more reserved. You know what I mean? and you get to it in a way that nobody else would understand. And for the most part, it helped me learn how to be alone. You gotta learn how to be alone. Well, that's pretty much it, family. You know, quick little video, tools and fuels on the things that I learned while, you know, going through the situation I went through. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Again, I ain't the wisest dude on this app, but I do got a little game, and I appreciate y'all for letting me chop it up with you. Till next time, be safe, be easy. And that brings us to the fifth and final thing I learned while facing the big 5-0, and that is people are what they show you they are, not who they tell you they are. That is a big one, and that is a huge one. It kind of relates to the first one, like the whole people aren't as tough as but this people are who they show you they are. That works in every facet of life. Whether it's your boss, if he say he like you, but he always yelling at you, or he always, you know what I mean? It worked the same. If somebody is telling you, oh yeah, I care about you, then they just disappear when stuff get hard. What you gonna believe? You gonna believe they care about you, or you gonna believe that they were just here temporarily? You get what I mean? There's so many of us being dragged along by people's actions not adding up to their words. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it ain't hard for somebody to talk good. You can, but are you gonna believe it? You know what I mean? I'm personally I've never been the type, and especially after the situation I was in, I would never be the type to just take somebody over from their words. You get what I mean? You got to show me something. You got, whether it's man or woman, you know what I mean? You have to show me, because there's so much BS out there, bro. You got to learn how to read through it. You have to, because if you don't know how to read through it, people gonna play with you. And if people play with you, then what are you? You know what I mean? Like what are you? You're only as good as what they take you for, man. Honestly, you have to understand that people are what they show you they are, and not what they tell you at all.